Don't you ever think of me when you're outside strolling. Don't you ever wave that flag when I'm rocking and rolling. Don't shit where you eat, my friend. Don't shit where you eat, my friend. Whoever said it was hard to climb a peak you can't see? Let me tell you it's easy when it's you and me. Don't shit where you eat, my friend. Don't shit where you eat, my friend. Little food and drink, nothing too fancy. Crackers, cheese, a little canapé. That's the life for me. And don't shit where you eat, my friends. Don't shit where you eat, my friends.
Theme song, boys, right?
Yep.
Wow. Welcome everybody to the Dutch Hall. We are coming to you from the bowels of Spiky Ball Studio in the backstage podcast booth of the Dutch booth.
Boots.
The booth of the Dutch Hall.
The caboose.
And we're hiding from the coronavirus here, and we're all held up here, ready to give you guys the what for on how to survive this quarantine. I don't know. We're getting to the point where everything's happening all at once. This is a lifetime thing. People might be shut in. people might be, scared to go out in public. So you need to listen to the Dutch Hall. We're here for you, people. We are the Dutch Hall. I'm your host, Pete Van Dyke. Tonight we have the greatest band in Canadian late night history sitting around here.
Hell yeah.
We got the Nocturnal Emissions. Woo! And they're comprised this week of Steve the Reluctant German.
Yeah.
You were on lead guitar, were you?
I was not.
No, you were on other guitar.
I was on acoustic guitar.
Acoustic guitar, correct. That was.
Yes.
And then, you know what? That's a Mike Zinger over there, people. Hey, let's hear for Mike.
All right, Mike Zinger.
Mike on vocals. And then that guy out there, that's Kev Belanger, people.
Guess who's back, fuckers?
Yeah, he is back. I don't care whatever the thing was before. We realized that whatever happened in the hiatus stays in the hiatus. That hiatus can go fuck itself. Kev Belanger is right back where he belongs in the booth. He's the voice of God today, people.
Yeah.
Welcome back.
All right.
Thank you.
And I'm Pete Van Dyke. Let's go with this thing. You're held up in your bunkers. You're all afraid. You're hoarding toilet paper. You guys are got dried goods. You're bunkering down. This virus is on the loose, so I went on to the World Wide Web. I said, I need to know more about this. Excuse me, Lori. I'm sorry. But I went on the World Wide Web, and I'm like, what is this coronavirus all about? Charters told me, this is a big deal.
Right.
I'm going to say Dave Charters was supposed to be here tonight. He's not here tonight because he's at the Costco lineup, just waiting to get toilet paper, he says.
Wow.
Hey, did you know
That
that?
makes sense.
That's where Charters is. But he says, if you're going to do a show tonight, make sure you wear a mask. And so I got these masks. Apparently, these are the ones that don't do anything.
They don't do anything except make my glasses all steamed up.
Ugh.
Reshape my beard.
It makes it so I can't breathe. Turns out that's one of the symptoms
Oh, no.
of the coronavirus, actually. Oh, that's way better. Oh, my God. I'd rather just have this illness, eh? Well, that's what I mean. How bad can this be? There must be a bunch of deaths. So I look up people may experience. What are the symptoms to know if you may have this horrible disease? That's a pandemic across the world. And it says people may experience runny nose.
Huh.
That's no good. Yeah, it's going to be tough. Sore throat.
Mm-hmm.
You ever had that, Steve?
Yeah, a couple times.
No picnic.
Mm-mm.
Cough.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a tough one.
Oh, shit. Mike's got it.
You ever have you ever a tickle?
With good reason.
I was going to ask if you ever had a tickle in your throat, but Mike's had a tickle in his throat. I can hear it in there, Mike. You got a tickle in there. Fever. You could get a fever. Or you might have trouble breathing, which I had when I was wearing that mask.
Yeah.
Right?
How about sweaty hands from rubber gloves? Is that a thing?
Sweaty palm.
These are Clean Flow Bear Grip gloves. What I can do is catch a salmon right out of the stream with these things. And that's going to keep all the coronavirus right on the glove. So that I think I've invited you all here today, and I invited you in a booth. I've decided to do this to myself. I said, I'm going to invite two of the dirtiest hippies I know into a booth with me.
Nice.
And then I'm going to bring my wife, and then we're all going to get coronaviruses together, right? Because Trump says you guys are the dirty ones that got it, eh?
What?
That's what I heard.
No.
It was on a Trump site today. They said it was you guys. It was the mandolin players. You want to
Really?
you want to try to get them. Follow. It was spread by patchouli.
I thought that was a cure.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a cure. It spread it.
What about apple cider vinegar? Is that a cure?
Oh, is that a big thing too?
Cure all, man.
Anyways, I say hippie with disdain.
I love
No.
disdain.
I can see it in your expression.
No, I'm just kidding. But my point is, I look up these things, and it doesn't seem like that's that bad of a thing. And then it says right here, this coronavirus disease is characterized by mild symptoms, including runny nose, what I just said.
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes it can develop into pneumonia or lead to breathing difficulties. More rarely, it can be fatal. Older people and people with medical conditions such as asthma, diabetes, or heart disease may be more vulnerable,
Sure.
right?
Makes sense.
Seems like a regular flu other than that, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the what we're witnessing here is a once in a lifetime pandemonium as far as the way that the whole world seems to be reacting.
It's a little crazy.
Right?
Pandemic.
Which leads us to, I want to get into early in the show, I want to get into our feedback. We got feedback.
We got feedback.
Welcome to Feedback. We got feedback. This week's program is brought to you by our friends at Spiky Ball Studios. Anything you need if you want to have a live event, you want to have some pictures, you want to have some video, you want to have maybe a little bit of a podcast to connect with your customers, to build more relationships so that you guys can maybe like talk about your product because people that are really into it want to know more about you or whatever.
Yeah.
That's how things work nowadays. We can help you out here at Spiky Ball Studios. Just give us an email at spikyballstudios@gmail.com, and we will come up with a solution for you. That's guaranteed.
Yeah.
And also, Clean Flow. Shout out to Clean Flow. God bless you. We got some beautiful stools out there.
Oh.
We posted them on the
Nice
socials. And a nice job, Steve, on the design on those.
Hey, thank you.
Beautiful, beautiful. And Clean Flow's been a great supporter of us since the beginning, so glad to support them. What was that, Steve?
I didn't do it, Kevin.
Kevin!
So iconic.
I'm so glad it's back. It seems like we're kind of getting back in the swing of the old Dutch Hall, don't you think, Steve?
Yeah, I think so.
It feels like it. It feels pool sheddy. Feels like we're starting to figure out, grab our legs back again.
Yeah.
I'm so glad to be done with this fucking hiatus. I hated it. Anyways, this week's feedback, we got feedback. We are continuing our Australian correspondent. We have an Australian correspondent now.
Blimey.
Yeah, and it's Emil Van Steeg. This guy here, I'm a big fan. He's not even your best friend, I'm going to say.
Why not?
Yeah, I think he is. He says, and I think he thinks the same for me, because you want to know how he starts his message to me, Steve? He starts it by saying mate.
Oh.
Yeah?
Was there a g'day in front of it?
No, it wasn't. The first one was, but this most recent message that we've had with my mate, huh?
Yeah.
Mate.
Checkmate.
He wouldn't say that if we weren't buddies, right?
That's right.
Nah, mate. No, yeah. Yeah, no.
Yeah, no, no.
Yeah, no.
He says, mate, I live in Victoria, and state rivalry is what we do until we're overseas, and then we're all Aussie. And this is because remember I said to him, I didn't know that the Queenslanders and the people from Victoria, like or New South Wales or whatever, that they don't like each other.
Yeah, that's right.
And then where they had a rivalry or whatever. I like rivalries like that. Did you know Smithville and Dunnville don't like each other?
There you go. Calgary, Edmonton, they don't like each other.
Yeah, they don't like each other. You know any?
How about Smithville and Dunville? No, I don't know about those.
You know any other towns that hate each other? Delhi, Norwich. Right?
Yeah.
Right,
Very
Kev?
true.
You cross the lines, man.
Yeah.
You go over enemy territories every day.
I remember way back when the Pirates used to play, we would do shows at the Belgian Hall, and I was like 14 or 15, and there would be a huge just brawl after every show between Norwich and Delhi and Tilsonburg.
Oh, Tilsonburg, eh?
Tilsonburg was in the mix too there, but there would be just like people getting thrown in cop cars and people getting arrested, and we would be unloading gear in the middle of it.
Yeah, I remember Delhi and Langton used to have some brouhahas back when I was in high school, and then Waterford were the ones that smoked weed, and they were nice, right?
What about Burford?
Burford they didn't have any altercations with the Burford people, except for Jane's cousin. They're all Jane's cousins.
Nice.
So that's why I had an in with them. Right? You're related to the whole town, right? Remember? So he says, sorry, where did he go? He goes, I live in Victoria, and state rivalry is what we do until we're overseas, then we're all Aussie, even though you can't stand the cunts, is what he said.
That's a term of affection in Australia.
Yeah, I like it. I want to move there because of that. because I think it's it'd be so fun to say all the time.
Yeah.
You're like, you move to a country and they're like, hey, you know how you say that word over there in your country and then women all hate you, right?
Yes.
In this country, it's perfectly good. Say it all you fucking want. I'll be like, yeah, cunty, cunty, cunt, cunt. It'd be so fun, man. I should move there, right? Jane, you want to move there? Just hear me say cunt all the time. He goes, so I'm told. He's not a traveler, eh? Emil? He's not a traveler, eh? He said I did good with his name, but everyone there fucks it up. And I said it like 8 different ways, and he said I did good because everyone fucks it up, and I fucked it up less than everyone.
All right.
Some of the times. Have you seen the crisis in Australia about the loo tickets because of the coronavirus? That's how he ended it.
Loo tickets.
Loo tickets.
Blue ticket.
Which I've never heard the expression loo tickets before,
No.
but I have heard shit ticket,
Yep.
and which I assume is the same as loo ticket because like you go to the loo means go to the bathroom, so bathroom ticket, right? Like it would be. What's the difference between a bathroom and a washroom? A bathroom and a washroom and a loo are all the same thing.
Yes.
And a head? No, a head's just a toilet.
Yeah.
Does a washroom have a shower in it? And a bathroom? No, a bathroom and a washroom is. What do they call it? Restroom. Restroom, bathroom, washroom. Is it one of them Canadian? Is one of them uniquely Canadian that no one says?
The lavatory.
Ooh, lavatory.
Ah.
I like that one. The latrine. Right? All the same. Anyways, what were we talking about?
Shit tickets.
Shit tickets is toilet paper. It's my favorite term for toilet paper, actually.
Yeah.
And there is some sort of phenomenon. It's not just in Australia. It's everywhere in the world, including Simcoe. Steve has on his phone a picture of the Superstore shelf and a picture of Walmart shelves. Empty, not a stitch of toilet paper on it.
Completely devoid of toilet paper.
Ticketless.
This is unbelievable. It's ridiculous, and there's no friggin' point to it. Oh, man. Oh, this is it. My point is, like chicken pox, you guys come in here. I'll put coronavirus all over this. If you don't have it, then I might have it, and I give it to you. I'm going to lick all the gloves when you guys leave, just so I get it. What?
You're out of toilet paper. Your wife just told me she's out of toilet paper.
Are we really out of toilet paper? Because this is part of it. There are going to be people out there who are like, I'm not panicking. I'm not going to join the lemmings. And regular toilet paper day comes, and they just have to go get 6 rolls or something, or whatever people get, 12 rolls, 24 rolls. What's a proper roll count? Doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter.
Anyways, nothing. 0. You got nothing to wipe your ass with. Okay, but you got a transition period there. Huh? You got a transition period. You got to admit, just to get to the shower. You don't want any drips. You got to find one certain thing. Washcloth, no big deal. Wash a little poop.
Done.
This is we're gonna have to get a little bit more familiar with their poop here. If you didn't do the proper planning through this toilet paper crisis, apparently everyone's gonna shit their pants. I just read you the symptoms of the coronavirus. Did it say shit your pants?
I didn't hear that one.
Never, not even about that. It's not even about poop at all. This whole thing.
You'd think there'd be a run on Kleenex, maybe.
Is all the toilet paper made in China or something?
That's what they say.
All of it?
Can't be, though.
Yeah, look that up.
They have the trees from here, there, make it into toilet paper and send it back.
Can you just type in the what? Yeah, we give them our pulp, right?
Yeah.
And then they make it into toilet paper. Can you just see if oh no, I can do it. What we have to I have to find out if like why people are buying toilet paper, right? Like
That's crazy.
Can you just ask Google that one? You say like why are they buying toilet paper? Do that. Do it. It doesn't do that. So why are people buying toilet paper? I'll type it in my phone. People buying toilet
paper.
fuck.
Try loot tickets.
Oh yeah, loo tickets. It's easier. LOO tickets. Fuck, it's tuckets. As dead air. Go. It's not even close. Why are people... okay, I'm going to ask. Britain, Australia, like countries all over the world, everyone buying fucking toilet paper. Why? It doesn't make any fucking sense. You can use a shower. Also, you can also just scoot your butt on the carpet. Eh?
Yeah, sure. You know what? I like the idea of taking maybe some old socks and you just put them on like an empty toilet paper roll and then you just, pull off a sock and mismatch socks.
You know what I think is going to be good business after this is all said and done? A septic tank cleaning out. Because there's going to be a lot of clogged up stuff when you're flushing all that shit down the toilet, eh?
Don't flush your socks.
Just you know what I can say? From years of camping, use a nice clean rock, eh? Then you just throw that shit rock right in the lake.
Yeah, man.
Right? No evidence of it.
I didn't throw it in the lake, but I would love to take a poop on a rock and then you can pick it up and throw it wherever you wanted. It's the best.
Wow.
Yeah, you're not an outdoor pooper, Zinger?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Had a couple of those.
Outdoor. This is the key to outdoor pooping: is that you look for a fallen tree so that you can just hang your butt over the other side. That you sit on the fallen tree, and then your butt hangs over the other side. And I like to look like, in the Charmin commercial with the bears, and they put the toilet paper on like just like a old branch that's coming out, so you can do it. I like to look for that too. But I won't have toilet paper in this world, this new world we're going to be living in. So I guess I'm going to have to just make do using old shirts and stuff like that. Jane, there might be a few things around our house with shit on it.
Watch out for those stray rocks.
Right. I don't know how to deal with stuff, in the next couple. I think this is kind of ridiculous. Like, do you think people have gone too far, Steve?
I think so. None of this makes sense.
Well, then, does China have a surplus of toilet paper if it can't get exported, if that's where it comes from?
I don't even know if that's speculation at best. I don't know. That's like a bar fact. I don't know why we don't have toilet paper, why everyone thinks we need it. Maybe this is going to teach us a good lesson that we wipe our ass too much around here. Maybe one good wipe and then a nice shower. Or you just put in a bucket of water, swish around in it, throw it out the window.
Bidet sales will go through the roof.
Yeah, that's right.
We still have water. Hey, you know what? The stores have no toilet paper on it, but they're full of soap. All right?
That's right.
Nobody's fucking... Hand sanitizer is hard to come by, but fucking soap.
No problem.
No one ever says soap. And all they tell you to do is wash your hands with soap and water, right?
20 seconds.
Huh?
Wash them for 20 seconds.
20 seconds, yeah.
That's right.
Row, row, row your boat. Just sing row, row, row your boat while you're washing your hands. Bob's your uncle. Hey? A little life hack from Pete Van Dyke there.
Done.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. Row, row your boat. That's like, and then basically, if there looks like there's shit on your hands, whatever,
Keep going.
you should wash them. Give them a wash.
Wash.
If you're in doubt, if you've sneezed on your hands, if you picked your nose, if you've been in the zoo, you've been touching strange animals, give them a wash.
Wash him.
Huh?
Wash him.
Yeah, give them a nice wash. That's a good way to live. If you're butchering a bat,
Right.
butchering a bat, and then you're going to go butcher like something you don't even know what it is. I think it might be a dog crossed with like a hyena or something. And then you wash your hands between.
To stop the spread.
Yeah, I would say wash your hands a lot. And quit your job. I would say try to find another job. That job sounds gross, man. Don't eat bats.
Nope.
I went to my psychiatrist this week. He didn't talk about my personal health at all. He just talked about this stupid virus. And then he would say, he's like, it's not that bad. It just spreads like crazy. And then, oh, fuck, I forgot my point. That's good.
Yeah.
He says no, he didn't seem that was a big deal. I don't think the disease is as big a deal as it is the hype around it. It's a once-in-a-lifetime hype. And this is really given I really think that it could be cool. Tom Hanks has it. I think that's due to Dave Charters, eh?
He did vote for Tom Hanks on the old death pool, right?
Yeah, no, Dave Charters in the death pool had some real controversial picks, and I'm just saying right now, Tom Hanks and his wife are have the coronavirus. If Paul Rudd comes down with this disease, you know that Dave Charters is the kiss of death. He could be behind this whole thing.
He might be.
I think he is, because he's the one that made me wear that mask and made me just smell my bad breath. It was a bad piece of advice he gave me.
Yeah, he's pure evil.
Charters, piece of garbage.
Where is he?
Oh, he had a playoff game, he said today, and Charters turned so old recently, where if he has hockey, he doesn't come after hockey. But also, I think he's afraid too, because Charters is he likes to take precautions. He likes to err on the side of caution, eh, Dave?
International man of internationality.
He likes to give it like safe advice. When in doubt, try to be a little safer. What is that meat, Jane? Is there cheese in the meat?
Yep.
Can I have one? Is that olive loaf? I won't eat it. This is ridiculous. We have a cookie sponsor.
Yeah, sure do.
And we have delicious peanut butter cookies, which Susan made for us. Thank you very much, Susan.
Amazing.
And we're eating olive loaf thing. Is it that good though? We'll find out. It's like kielbasa with cheese right in it.
Bam.
They'll get you through. They say what you should have is 3 days worth of supplies for anything. You got that in your house, Steve?
No.
How long you think you could live if the shit hit the fan?
In my house, we could actually go a while. Our deep freezer has we're right up to the top. We could eat for a while.
Right?
I'm not too worried. How many?
And you have lots of kids and lots of animals.
Yes.
You'd start with the dogs for the kids. Just a tip.
That's right.
Again, life hack.
It's a good one. It's a good one. How much toilet paper do you think Dave has?
I don't know, man. Text him. We should find out. Tell him to pick us some up. He's in the Costco lineup. Why did they? What's going to be great is right when this is all done, when all the hypes wore off, and then there's going to be like such great deals on toilet paper because there's no one's going to buy it.
Yeah, I just read there is a Canadian manufacturer of toilet paper.
Yeah, that guy's having a great year.
Yeah, employs 2,500 people.
Next year's going to suck for that dude.
Yeah.
No one's going to need it. Everyone's going to be like, hey, you guys need toilet paper? Fuck off. Fuck all of your toilet paper, Charmin guy. He's dead, right?
the Charmin guy?
Yeah, don't squeeze the Charmin. He's
Oh, yeah.
long since dead, I think. The Maytag guy, is Gordon Jump dead?
Yeah, I think so.
You know, like Mr. Carlson from WKRP?
Sure do.
He's dead too?
Yep.
Damn it. Andy Travis? No, he's too young to be dead.
Fuck. Hold on. Let me let me text Charters and then I'll look up.
Oh, sorry.
Travis.
I told you I'm going to have a lot of questions about this coronavirus. Is Les Nessman dead? It's all the cast of WKRP, okay? Because that's all I care about.
Lonnie Anderson, is she dead?
She can't be dead. Lonnie Anderson, that would be a big deal. That'd be a state funeral. I don't. My friend told me in grade school. I told this on the show before, but my friend told me in grade school that he was having a birthday party and Lonnie Anderson was coming.
Wow.
Yeah, and I told my mom, and she said bullshit. You know, she didn't believe it. And I'm like, I'm serious, Mom. If you make me miss this party and Lonnie Anderson's there, like, I'll never forgive you. And she's like, I'm telling you, she's not there. So she had to call the guy's house, but the guy is a Portuguese kid, and his mom didn't speak English, right? So like his mom just put John on the phone. John told my mom, "Yeah, Lonnie Anderson's gonna be." She wasn't at the party.
Still alive, by the way.
Yeah, of course she is.
Gordon Jump, he's dead.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Thoughts and prayers.
Andy
Just-
looks terrible. Look at that. Andy, hold on. What's this?
Is that Andy Travis? Shut up. He looks terrible. What are you going to look like when you're that age?
Not like this. That's crazy.
Andy Travis looks fine.
No way.
How old?
He was born Christmas Day, 1945.
Yeah, he looks great. 45. The guy's like 75 years old.
Something like that.
Andy Travis, you think he said he looks terrible for 75?
He doesn't look like himself at all.
Wow, God. At 75, I imagine I'm going to not look at myself. I'm going to look like a bag of shit, I think. Due to bad lifestyle choices, right? And gravity. And the fact that I've been decaying for probably 50 years at that point. By the time you're 75, because about 25 you start to deteriorate, right? How come it takes, how come it's so short that you get better and so long that you get worse?
I don't know. 'Cause life is cruel.
I like degenerate instead of decay.
There's a microphone behind you there.
Oh.
Actually.
Yeah, degenerate versus decay.
Oh, what did I say? Decay? Degenerate is no better. That's still bad, right? How about like
Degenerate.
degenerate is accurate. Degenerate is accurate. Anyways, we don't know. You can. My idea is just wipe your ass with whatever you can, and then just throw it out the window, and then that'll be a solution for that, right?
Sure.
And then what else? Other problems do we have to solve with this virus? Our kids are going to be off school for like 3 weeks or something.
3-week March break.
Crazy.
And then what are we supposed to do with them?
I don't know. I never thought it would come to this, and now I have to wonder what happens in 2 weeks if there's still a pandemic. Like, how long can this last?
And then what are we supposed to do with our, like, what? You can't even go anywhere and do anything because there's nothing, everything's canceled.
Yeah.
So then we're all going to be forced to spend time with their families. And that, exactly, we're going to have to spend time with their families, and then we're not going to realize that we're going to end up turning on each other. Probably there's going to be a lot of more murders in the next 3 weeks, don't you think?
Especially if no one can wipe their butts.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of cranky people.
There's just a bunch of old
Could get messy.
socks thrown in your out like on the grass. Smells like shit out there,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, man, this is starting to become a real problem, man. I don't know if I'm going to help anyone at home who's sitting there trying to think of the best way to get through this thing, and now I'm painting this bleak picture of our future. You know what I really think it might be, people? I think this might be the fact that there is a huge correction in the stock market right now that's happening because of real bad things, not because of this virus, but because of fundamental problems in the market that are correcting. And then there's a lot of people slowly exiting while no one's noticing.
Right.
And then blaming it on this singular thing so that when this is over, there'll be a bit of profit taking. And then when the collapse happens, then they'll already be out, you know? And I think that's what it is. It's kind of a smoke screen for this real collapse that's happening now. And they're like, all the like buddies, the douchebags and their buddies are like, okay, get out now. And then at the end of it all, the average Joe's going to suffer like normal.
Mm-hmm.
That's how it usually works out.
Yep, sounds about right.
It's a big smoke screen. Global.
Yeah, no, I do think that it's a real thing, and you got to take care of yourself, and you really have to be diligent and all that stuff, just to not spread disease. I think that for every year, for the flu in general, because there are people that it can fuck up.
Like
people die every year from the flu, and it's terrible. Like old people and sick people and stuff like that.
immune compromised people.
Yes.
So no, I can see that. So you should do that, but it's not as big as this is.
I don't know.
And normally, where usually the people that are running the thing, come out and calm things down,
right?
And like they're not doing that. Like our prime minister's self-quarantine himself.
Yeah.
You know, our Trump every time is like seems to be adding fuel to the fire all the time. It's kind of like, keep talking about this because this other thing's happening that if you blame that on me, then I'm really fucked.
That's right.
So what's happening?
Right. Like I think it's the total exit of it's the major collapse of the market. I think is what's going to happen. This is the beginning of, and it's just being blamed on this because it's convenient to say, hey, if we blame it on this, then we don't have to say it was because of the years that we were boosting up the market when it didn't deserve to be. So
A one world currency, one world government. Do you think that's a possibility?
one world current. Why? Who's saying that?
No one.
Every time that there is a market crash, people will talk about alternative currencies and stuff like that. And the fact that I think we should go to a global currency, I think it would solve everything. And then it would not solve everything, but it would help. It makes more sense in trading commodities in the U.S. dollar. That's what I think.
Right.
But I think that's like you have to be way smarter than anyone I know to pull that shit.
Figure that out.
So, good luck to you about that. But anyways, the world's fucking crazy. And if enough people start doing something, then everyone just does it, right? Mm-hmm. Did you stockpile toilet paper? No, me neither, right? Did you do it?
We're usually a few rolls ahead.
Yeah.
Buy it when it goes on sale.
Yeah, that's right, eh? That's the same way we are. So we usually do have a little bit squirreled away for a rainy day.
Indeed.
But I'd also suggest on a rainy day, go out, put the eaves trough up your ass, the downspout, wash that poop right out of your butt hole.
Perfect.
Right? Lots of ways to clean that backside up in this new world of poop.
I like the gutter bidet. Perfect.
Gutter bidet. That's classy, man.
Yeah.
And that's for 22 payments of $29.99. We will get you a bona fide gutter bidet, spiky ball gutter bidet.
Yes.
You just you shove the downspout right up your butt.
Go stand out.
Hey, we need to get a
Can you do a webinar on how to conserve the squares?
what?
Because the other way to conserve toilet paper is just to cut down on the amount that you use. The girls are ridiculous on how much toilet paper they use.
Oh, so I need to talk to them in a webinar form. So I will. I'll get right on it. I'll produce a webinar for my family. Tell them to use less. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to hide it. I'll lock it in the safe.
Rationing those tickets.
Yeah, ration the tickets. It's a legit ticket. You're like, I got to take a dump. Well, how bad is it? How messy does it feel? Then you give them the appropriate amount of toilet paper, and then you go do your business. They're like, it wasn't enough. Tough shit. All right, exactly. Literal tough shit.
Go check the rain barrel.
Yeah. You better pray for rain, kid. Pray for rain. Otherwise, you go stand out by the gutter bidet and you pray for rain. Right? That's
right.
the new world we live in, Steve.
I've got this great article about Sheryl Crow.
Does she have it?
She in 2007 announced that when she poops, she uses 1 square of toilet paper. That's it.
Wow, man. It's because of diet, though.
Yeah, maybe.
A lot of if you have the appropriate diet, like a really good diet, I think you could go with a lot of non-wiping shits. What? You out? Oh, no worries. Yeah, you got to go with a lot of she must have a really good diet then.
I guess so.
Because you're going with no wipers, because otherwise there's no way you could do that.
Or she's like a poop swoosher.
Oh. Well, you can't just leave it dirty. Everyone says it's not good to wipe too much. It's bad for your business. But, how do you just leave it dirty?
I have no idea.
You can't.
No.
You know what? And we shouldn't even be talking about any of this stuff. It's just nonsense and personal business. No one gives a shit about this. But I keep saying shit, eh? And then no one cares, though. And then, but now because of the pandemonium, everyone cares.
That's right.
Everyone cares. It's all about wiping our ass. This is what this new world has become. It's a world where we need to know how to wipe our ass.
Leaves. Can we use leaves?
Are you going to quarantine yourself, Steve?
I suppose if I had coronavirus or the COVID-19, I'd.
No, like just because you might have it, and you're giving it to me right now, right? And so then you go away for 2 weeks, right?
Yeah.
You go into a room, and you just self-quarantine yourself. You don't show your face to anybody except for your family. Your family's off for those 3 weeks because of the big March break, right? So you and your family got to hold up in your house, and none of you show symptoms. At the end of 2 weeks, still none of you show symptoms, and you haven't gone to contract it from anyone else, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Then you can say, without getting a test, clean bill of health.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
But,
Sure.
But then you just go out and you get it from somebody else.
Then you get it from somebody else, yeah.
Yeah.
Then you're not good anymore. But if everyone did it,
If everyone did it,
if everyone did it,
could possibly stop it,
yeah.
right?
I don't think everyone's going to do it.
No.
I think that's what they tried in China.
Yeah, there's some in Italy too. I think they're locking things down. They're
Like
saying
16 million people or something.
a lot of people are just doing it themselves. They're just saying so that to make sure they don't have it or whatever, or don't get it. But I don't know. It seems like weird, doesn't it?
It sure does.
Like no one does it for regular flu. They just get the flu.
Yeah.
They're like, ah, shit, I got the flu. You know?
But all those things canceled. The NHL's gone.
Yeah, it's a real.
It's
It's
gone.
very interesting, yeah.
It's really like an overreaction in every way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
So I don't understand it. It seems fishy.
It's too stupid to be real. Like I can't believe it's
Steve
real.
today all day just kept saying, "Hey, this is a fact. The president of Brazil has it, and he's been hanging out with Trump." I'm like, Steve, you're reading the nonsense internet, you know, like.
reading The Onion.
And then I go and look up the stuff when I get home, and it's true.
Mm-hmm.
All of what he said was true. He said, like, March break's gonna be 3 weeks because they're gonna cancel school. That's bullshit. No, it's true.
It's true.
It's true.
Yeah, everything's true. Everything he said. Tom Hanks has it. Charters gave it to him.
Fucker.
What? It's true. It's true.
It's all true.
I can't believe it. Tom Hanks, what his kids? I read a report that one kid said they're not that sick. They're not that sick at all.
Oh.
He goes, they were expecting sicker, and then they're like, it's a little bit of a flu. I'm a little I got a little bit under the weather.
Oh.
It's not a bad one. It's not a bad one, unless you die. Then it's bad.
Right.
Then it's bad.
Then it's super bad.
Super bad.
And I'm sorry for making light of it. But for most people, they'd be like, I didn't care you made light of it. I had a cough. I had a sore throat. But for some people, very bad. Yeah, I agree.
How is it real?
But how can you like how can you not get caught up in it? It's everyone's just talking about it all the time.
yeah.
It's like hard not to get caught up in it. It is something that's like really is a watershed moment. I think this thing. It's so stupid. This what it is, but I think it really is, and this is going to become more and more common. I think isn't it? Pandemics because we live in such close quarters, and it seems like. The infrastructure is just making people, it's cheaper to like put it in one spot. So they just keep piling people up in these cities, you know, seems like centralized services.
And the way the media is working
Yeah.
as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The media, as far as getting people to like,
Getting people afraid and
Yeah,
getting
yeah.
people, you know,
Yeah,
afraid
24-hour
afraid
news
of running
cycle.
out of toilet paper, or afraid of germs,
yeah.
afraid of not washing their hands properly.
Yeah.
Crazy. It's just crazy.
What? It is like the I've never seen anything like it before. Like I remember SARS, we were scared, I guess, of going to Toronto. But like, that one was way worse, right?
Yeah.
If you got SARS, that was bad, but
Oh,
it
yeah.
wasn't as contagious.
Yeah.
But I think it was a bad thing if you got it. But like not as many cases. This is like a lot of cases, and there's gonna be like way more.
Mm-hmm.
But like,
I read a stat today that said it is likely that 30 to 70% of all Canadians will get it. 30 to 70% of all Canadians. Almost none to almost everyone.
30% still like a shit ton of people, man, that are going to all get sick. How many people get the regular flu in a year? Probably 30 to 70%.
Probably.
I'm going to guess 30 to 70% of people get the flu every year.
That's
Sure.
going to be my bet forever.
Yeah. This is the thing. Be vague enough, and then
Yeah.
you can make anything suit any argument.
Yeah, I heard today that there's a 30 to 70% chance that Tom Hanks might die.
Oh, goodness. He will never die. Not in my heart. And not in the catalog of work he left behind, Steve. You know that. Tom Hanks. He was in Bosom Buddies.
Sure was.
Remember?
Peter Scolari.
Oh, Peter Scolari. There's a name.
Oh, Billy Joel did the theme song.
Yes, he did. My Life, right?
Yeah.
And they were trans
Before it was cool.
vestites, right?
Fake. So that's just offensive now.
Hey, what do you mean? They were doing it to get the apartment.
Mm-hmm.
Remember? Then they would they played their sisters, and then they would be the brother and the sister.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So that show would never get made today.
No, it doesn't make sense today. Like same with Three's Company. Three's Company. The whole premise is that Jack had to pretend he was gay because he was living with two girls.
Who cares?
Like what no?
How is that? Any?
How many girls have you lived with? Remember when you were in university? Did you live with a woman?
Yeah. It was. I lived at home. It was my mom.
Oh, gross. You lived with your mom all through your college?
Yeah.
That sucks, dude.
That's what happens. I lived in London. I went to Fanshawe.
Oh, man.
I know.
It's a bad move. You didn't live your life properly.
It's true.
You need to go back to school, dude. That's what I'm saying. But go out of town. Live in residence. Right?
As a 45-year-old fat bald man.
Yeah,
it'll
you
be
missed out on
awesome.
it. Just go for Frost Week and then drop out.
That
Figure out
sounds
how
good.
much that'll cost you, right? You have to get approved, though.
It's like $95 just to apply or whatever.
Right. And then you get in for Frost Week. You do the activities. They're fucking fun, man.
Yeah, priceless.
And then drop out immediately. Get all your money back.
Can we all do that?
Yeah, man. It'd be fun.
That would be fun.
I wonder if I can go. No, I won't be a frosh if I go back to my same school I went to. I have to go to a new school.
Sweet.
Yeah, let's do it. If we could afford it, I would totally want to do it. I think it'd be fun. And, all the kids there would suck, too. I just think they would. Like, they
It'd
wouldn't.
be boring. They'd go to bed early.
They wouldn't be in the same stuff that we would be into, I don't think.
No, they just sit in their room looking at TikTok.
They'd be thinking about their careers, their hopes and dreams. I'm like, those are all going to be failures. Just fucking, drink funnels of beer until you can't remember what's going on.
Drop out in October.
Yeah,
Yeah.
done.
Yeah,
Sounds
and
fun.
leave. It's great, Steve.
Yeah, let's do it.
You need to get out of your mom's house. Did you go right from your mom's house to your wife?
Mm-hmm.
To living with your wife?
It's true.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Oh my God, you're coddled and taken care of by women in your whole time.
My whole.
Did you have an independence?
time.
Did you go travel by yourself?
I've traveled a little bit by myself, but not
Not exclusively.
not extensively. No.
And you never lived alone.
Never lived alone.
Man, I didn't know that about you.
Yeah.
That to me changes a lot. You never had a roommate, right?
No, we lived with other people when we
Oh yeah, you did.
older.
Yeah. I forgot about that.
We
you
did it all
you had a
backwards.
house with because it was like a kind of like a duplex that wasn't kind of.
Yeah.
It just had a lot of space.
Yeah, totally. So we our family and another family had a house together.
That is the hardest kind of roommates, families.
It was
Like
ridiculous.
Dumb. That's why you should have done it when you were in college, because then all the dumb stuff was kind of funny,
Right.
right? And when you look back at it, because everybody was dumb.
Yep.
And but when you're like an adult and it's happening, and it's just like awful.
No fun.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing to do. And you got kids, and you got like all this stuff. And even just to do with your own is hard.
Yeah, totally.
And then another one, just seeing their faces, and you could not see their faces. God damn it, man, that's tough. That would be, to me, the hardest thing in the world. I couldn't do it ever again. I don't even like seeing my neighbors. Like when I see them, it's a disappointment to me because I have to wave or something. I'd rather not see them. That's the truth. Does that make me a hermit? I like my neighbors. They're all great people. But when I see them, I'm like, ugh, hope I don't have to talk.
That's like antisocial,
That's antisocial because they're all funny.
right?
Or they're all like, terrific people. Like they're all people I would enjoy my time with. And yet when I see them, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to do anything to do with it because I don't want my neighbors to know to see me in my backyard.
Well, yeah, especially if you're throwing like poop socks out your back window.
Yeah, well, I throw it in their yard.
That's right.
And nice people though, eh? All they do is just like swear a little bit and then like clean it up. Hey, those are nice neighbors, right, Steve?
Yeah, that's not bad.
What do you do with where do you throw your poop socks?
In a bag, and then I take them for a.
You take them for a drive.
That's right.
Like when you find a
raccoon or something.
You find a raccoon or something. Oh, that's cool, man. Do you disguise your bags of poop like little raccoons? You bring them out in the forest, put a little mask on them.
Yeah, that's my plan.
I like that. It's a good plan. Mm-hmm. All right, people. I hope this has been an educational program for everyone. That's what we try to do here at Live from the Dutch Hall. Did we get all of our subject matter taken care of? You're suffering from the coronavirus. There's poop everywhere. There's nothing to wipe with. We explain washing techniques. There's a good chance you're going to get sore throat, sniffles. Wash your hands.
Be safe out there.
Tom Hanks is dead.
School's out forever.
Yeah, I think that I'm really excited. I think most of the world leaders should get it because they try, and most politicians, especially the ones that are campaigning right now, they're all going to get it, right? I think that they're going to be quick to like want to like milk it when they get it too, right? Like Bernie Sanders gets coronavirus or Joe Biden or something like that, then they're going to be like, I got it, and then they get pity, right? And then they show that they're strong because they beat it.
Gets the vote, sympathy vote there.
Sympathy vote, yeah. But they're both old as fuck, and they could really die.
It's true.
All of them.
Yeah, all of them. I think that's probably why this virus is so scary, because it's affecting rich old white men, and they control everything, so they're really scared.
Boomers.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch how this all pans out, but I have a feeling that it's going to be anticlimactic as far as that this is a lot of to do about nothing. But there is something really bad going on right now in the markets, which is more exciting to watch. Mm-hmm. But also, all they do is tell you for that one is don't panic. I heard on the news today, they said don't panic 18 times about the market. And then the more they say don't panic is like, it's like don't think of a white rabbit, don't think of a white rabbit, don't think of a white rabbit, you know?
Absolutely.
It's not going to make you hang on to your shit. You're going to sell it.
It's such a mess.
Right? The first thing you're going to do is panic, right?
No, don't do it though.
If someone says, I don't mean to be racist, they're going to say something racist, right?
Yep.
That's the same thing. You can't just tell people and then do it.
Yeah.
Because essentially when you're saying don't panic, that person's panicking. By even saying don't panic, that means you're panicking.
Yeah.
Right? Mm-hmm. Right? It's like you can't win. As soon as you think of the game's over.
Yeah, that's
You ever play that game?
No.
As soon as you know you're playing the game's over.
No.
You ever play that game? It's a smoking weed game.
Oh, that's a good.
You ever play Zoom Moves? It's only for Zoom and Moves. Have you ever done Zoom and Moves?
No.
Zoom and Moves is like usually for new weed smokers, like people that haven't smoked weed before, or like are newer at it, like or occasional, you know, when it works on people, you know, and then and people get high and silly and that sort of stuff, you know, but people will be getting on like conversations where they'll be talking for a while, and certain times you're like bang on, you're like on the same page, and that's like you're zooming, right, and then other times you're like talking two different conversations. You don't know what the fuck that guy's talking about. Mm-hmm. That's moozing, right?
Oh.
But the thing is, you can't explain the rules of the game really. You just have to play the game, and then you understand the game
Okay.
like that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And then
How do you
once
win?
the people understand the game, then you're like, we're zooming, right? Like then you're zooming all the time. That's how you win. And this feeling of zooming with all your friends. But then you start moozing because you lose them at times, and then you feel terrible and whatever. But then when you recognize, hey, we're just moozing,
Oh yeah.
right? We're back to zooming again.
Perfect.
Right? That's the game. It's not a good game. The weed smoking game. It only makes sense if you actually smoke a lot of weed, I think. But I did remember liking it though.
Zooming.
Sounds good.
Zooming, yeah. That's all it is. Just the game is understanding the game, and then it's not. Hey, you know, Snaps is the name of the game. Have you ever know that game?
I don't know that one.
I saw it in a movie. It's a trick that we did to meet girls in college, and then I saw it in a movie the other day. Yeah, that was cool. They did it good too in the movie. They were good at it. But anyways, same game, exactly the same game. Snaps is the name of the game.
Awesome.
You never played it?
Mm-mm.
You want me to do Wayne Gretzky?
Sure.
Okay, this is how you do this is how you do Wayne Gretzky, right? Oh no, shit! I shouldn't tell you who the person is.
It's Wayne Gretzky.
It's Wayne Gretzky.
I'm really
Oh
good
man,
at it.
you're good at
Damn
it.
it.
I'm really good.
Wait, I can do Wayne Gretzky really good though. So this is the way Wayne Gretzky. Snaps isn't the name of the game. Got it? Ready? Tell me you got it. That'd be Gretzky. Everyone would know it. That's Gretzky.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. If a person was to do that to me, I would go Wayne Gretzky, no problem. Like that would be like a slam dunk. That one is a mind blower for that'll get you. I usually can get that off of the Ready.
Wow.
Got it ready? Wayne Gretzky. That's what I'll do. That because it comes up a lot.
That's nuts.
And Snaps is the name of the game. And then people try to figure that one out too. It's also the same thing. You play it until people figure it out. Because you try to bullshit to say it's magic or we have telepathy or blah blah blah. But it is just it's just like a code. You figure out the code. And then you can do it.
Do another one.
Okay, I can do one.
Okay.
But hey, you tell me a celebrity and I'll do the Snaps version of it.
All right, Bob Barker.
Okay. Snaps isn't the name of the game. Be careful. Ready? Be ready.
Bob Barker.
Ready? That's Bob Barker. That's how you do Bob Barker.
Come on down.
Yeah, you get it yet?
No.
Yeah. Keep listen to this. You got 3 weeks of the coronavirus. You sit in a room. You listen to this episode over and over again until you understand how that means Bob Barker and that other thing means Wayne Gretzky. I want to do one more. One more.
All right.
Yeah. Give me anyone.
Tom Hanks.
All right, Tom Hanks. There it is. Snaps isn't the name of the game. Have you got it? Now you got it. Know it?
Not even a little bit.
Say you got it, man.
Wayne Gretzky.
Yeah, it's Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. What would be more fun if like Charters was here because we could play together because he could just give me the codes and I would tell you who it was. Then I could show you the marvel of how I can read the code. But right now I'm giving you the whole thing away.
That's awesome.
You still don't know it.
I'm moosed.
Yeah, moose. Well, you tell me that you got 3 weeks of quarantine. Listen to this episode till you figure it out, people. And if you'd like to, you can give us some feedback by giving us an email at livefromthedutchhall@gmail.com, or you can follow us on Instagram or Facebook or Twitter and all that stuff. We are the Dutch Hall, or Live from the Dutch Hall. So please, if you'd like to, tell a friend about our program. And until next week, we will see you, NT. See you next time. Hey, Kev. See you later.
Bye.
Right.